Ross, welcome to Dundee United Football Club. First of all, how pleased are you to get this over the line?
Yeah, I'm delighted. Obviously, been happening for a couple of weeks in discussion now, so I'm just glad to get it done. Yeah.
When you did have those first discussions with the club, what were your initial thoughts and feelings?
Obviously, the initial drag is our initial pull is that it's a huge club. So it was good to have interest. Obviously, there was a bit of interest elsewhere, but once you know the size of the club and speaking to the manager, you had a good chat with the manager straight away, and it kind of gets you interested straight away.
Was the influence of Jim Goodwin one of the main things that did attract you to the club?
Yeah, I've obviously spoken to other players that I've worked with him in the past, and they've had good things to say about him. So that had a big effect, and obviously he kind of said the right things to me on the phone and things like that. So it was good in that sense.
If we look at your career as a whole, you're somebody who's won the League One title on 2 occasions, and you did it as captain as well. So what does it take? What does a good lower league player take to win it?
I think you've got to have a good team around you. Obviously, that's going to be the aim for this club this season. So you can see why they're obviously wanting to bring me to the club. But I think you've got to have a good team, good manager, and kind of good pros around about the dressing room. I think looking at some of the players that are going to be staying here and hopefully adding one or two, then we hope to have that.
You're also coming in as maybe one of the more senior figures in the dressing room. So how important do you think your leadership qualities are going to be this season?
They're obviously going to be vital. You need leadership to win kind of any games, and if you're going to go and challenge and try and go where the club is wanting to go again, that's obviously going to be huge. And I think it's not just for myself or one other or two others. It's got to be as a group. And I think if we get that, then we've got good players around about that we can go and do that.
The gaffer since the end of last season, he's looking obviously to rebuild, and he says he needs players who've got that technical quality, but they've also got a bit of dig when things start to maybe not go your way. And I think you probably tick most of those boxes.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I'd hope I do. I think obviously with Thistle we obviously got to the playoff final last year, and with a lot of boys with that, and I hope that I can kind of add that to this team. Bit of quality, but also when the chips are down, you can be there to stand and be counted. Do you know what I mean? So I think for us going forward, we'll need that. The club as a whole need that, and hopefully we can add one or two, and the boys that are still here can step up to the plate and do that.
If we just quickly look back at last season, you obviously spent it with Partick Thistle, and it went really close to back-to-back promotions. The club maybe overachieved, but it just kind of fell short at the last hurdle. So I guess you'll maybe be able to use that as a bit of extra drive for this season, not wanting to feel that again and going so close and missing out.
Yeah, you're probably right. Obviously, we had a fairly good season. Obviously, it ended pretty well, and we fell short at the end, which was disappointing. But I think that's obviously a driving factor. It's going to be for a lot of boys in that team, but especially for myself, you want to be going challenging and playing in the top league. So for me to come here, it's obviously showing ambition in terms of thinking what this club can do, and trying to get this club where I think they should be, and I'm sure everybody else around about will be feeling the same.
Does it also give you kind of an extra carrot to go and want to achieve that it would be the first time that you've played in the top flight in your career if we managed to get promoted?
Yeah, as I said to you there, there was a bit of interest from the league above, but inevitably I've came here, and there's a reason I want to come here so that we can take this club up, because I think that's where the club should be. In my opinion, I want to go and test myself in that league, obviously I do. So it'd be huge, like you say, I can use that as motivation and go, right, I'm going to go and challenge myself and try and do that, and the only way to do that is by going up with this club.
If we just look forward to this week, the boys are back in on Thursday and be better preparing for a Jim Goodwin pre-season.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously we've only stopped a couple of weeks ago, so I'm hoping that I'm not too far off it in terms of kind of running and keeping fit. So I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to getting in and meeting all the boys, and obviously meeting the manager as well. So I'm excited, but maybe not for the run as such.